and we hadn't won 10 games in 20 years. And, we just had our 10th win for the 13th time in 14 years, and our 9th championship in the past 14 years, and our 7th CFP. And, even with all that, people still want me to be like everybody else. And so I guess to answer your question is it's just following my purpose, not compromising on what I believe, and just letting God lead my steps and order my steps. It's just really the bottom line, being purpose-driven as a man, being purpose-driven as a program. And, so I know everybody wants me to be like everybody else, but I don't know how to be like everybody else. We're a very unique and uncommon program. I think we've won more games than anybody other than Alabama the past 16 years. And we've certainly won more championships, I think, now in conference championships in the past 10 years than anybody. And second most CFPs, And not only have we gotten to these CFPs, we've won. We've won on the highest stage against the best of the best. And, we're at a point now where we don't win a championship, and it's, we got to fire everybody, and it's just, just this same old tired narratives that come up every single year when we lose a game. So, you can check our record versus the SEC. You can check it versus the Big Ten. You can check it versus Notre Dame, because that's really who runs college football. So I'm just really proud of our guys. And that's the only thing I can tell you is, again, being purpose-driven. And, it's just God's plan. I mean, I don't, and certainly not me. It's a bunch of great young men that come to Clemson and they buy in to who we are and what we do. It's not just winning, it's how you win. It's 2 years in a row we got the highest graduation rate in America. It's a program that we try to serve their heart and not their talent. And I'm just, we had this is our 14th year in a row with a postseason win. Nobody ever has done anything like that in college football. But all we hear is how bad we are and how terrible we are and how stupid I am and how, whatever. And it's just, we just keep winning. We just keep winning. And we're not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But we have great players who believe in who we are and what we do, and we have great coaches. And we're a family. And so that's the best answer I can give you. It's a blessing to be a part of it. I don't take that for granted. I told the team coming in, there's so many great coaches that never get a chance to coach in a game like this, prepare for a game like this, win a game like this, and there's very few players that get a chance to experience it. I played in the first championship game in '92, and played on the national championship team, and I've had an amazing career coaching and being a part of these things, but the credit goes to the good Lord and to a bunch of great young men that have just bought in and to our purpose and just staying focused on that purpose.
Coach Trevor Grove, CUTigers.com. It's also your 10th win, I think, 13th out of 14 years. I hate what happened to Jay Haynes, but it's crazy to think that Adam Randall doesn't have that opportunity. If that didn't happen, I mean, Adam didn't have a catch tonight, but made one of the biggest plays of the night. How great of a moment is that for Adam?
Oh man, it was unbelievable, and and just again who he is. I mean, tough situation, and that Wesco, and had kind of gotten the majority of those reps, and Adam's still showing up and preparing to be the guy every single day. He's one of the best leaders on this team. And, we were supposed to fair catch that ball. Unfortunately, that Jay came out. That was supposed to be a fair catch. And then we tried to fair catch the other one, and that was the Keystone cops out there. It was a mess. And so we got back-to-back, self-inflicted field position issues, and it really hurt us. So, just disappointed with that. But at the end of the game there, we were going to fair catch it. And I said, no, let's return this thing. I said, hey, anything can happen. Let's try to return it and bring it out, and let's just see if we can pop one. And we did, and so That was amazing. I think Keith Adams had a great block. I can't wait to watch that on tape. But, I mean, just an incredible run by Adam, and I'm really happy for him. I mean, just to set us up, and then you sit there and you go, okay, I think it was 9 seconds. Got a couple timeouts. Let's think about this thing. And then you're just, trying to coach everybody up here on the situation. We've got a couple. We practice that. We practice that in fall camp every single year. It's usually 10 seconds. That was 9. We usually practice 10 seconds with a timeout, 10 seconds, no timeout. That exact situation. We script that and practice it. And we actually have a play that we want to run, but it's usually when you're a little closer already in field goal range. So we couldn't really run that play, but we anticipated them being soft coverage. So we just basically ran what we call packer, a little curl type of concept. And, it was a great quick throw. Antonio, hey, get it. It's 9 seconds. We got plenty of time, but you can't go score. All right, that's not going to happen. So don't think you're wide open and you're going to go score here. Get what you can. Let's get down. Let's get the timeout called. So, and then it was okay. Let's kick it. And Garrett was looking at me like, I think we're going to do a Hail Mary, and I said, no, we're going to kick it. And Coach Luke goes, you think he's got that kind of leg? And I went, we're about to find out. What a kick. I think it's the longest game-winning kick in Clemson history. So I've been a part of some big ones. Obviously, the Catanzaro kick against LSU with 2 seconds on the clock. And then this kick right here. I mean, I've been a part of some big ones, but that was huge. The protection, the snap, the hold, everything. And when he hit it, I went, oh, man. I mean, we were talking about overtime. We're trying to get our overtime plan ready to go, what we were going to do there. But as soon as he hit it and it cleared the line, I went, this thing's got a chance. It just goes through. And I just so happy for Nolan. Right here, Charlotte kid, freshman. And those are the type of things that those are the type of wins that really propel you. I think, over my career, I think about so many moments like that. I mean, beating Notre Dame on a 2-point conversion, stopping them. Beating Lamar Jackson on the goal line one time. Beating them on a 4th down play. Punching a ball out at Texas A&M. 4th and 6 against Syracuse. I mean, I think about so many moments like that. And, obviously winning a national championship with 1 second on the clock. Those are the type of moments that when your kids experience that, man, it just propels you to bigger and greater things. And so you hate games like that. They age you. But when you win them, and we had a heartbreaker I mean, we've experienced, I mean, you can't have 2 different emotions in 2 weeks from what we've experienced. But, the resiliency, the resolve, the lessons that you learn from all that is pretty special. It was an awesome moment.
Yeah, Will Beck is CBS Sports. You said that SMU is a college football playoff team. What have you seen from SMU this year, and what did you see from them tonight that has led you to believe that? Well
coached. They're very tough, hard to run the ball on. Probably the biggest defensive line we've probably seen. I mean, the guys are huge, really, really big up front, explosive on offense. And, that quarterback and that back, I mean, we saw that back at Miami last year. He went 80 on us. That's a very dynamic group and outstanding receivers. They've got some explosive playmakers that just challenge you in all phases. I mean, horizontally and vertically in what they can do. And then they got 2 rockets in the backfield. So they just put a lot of stress on you. They can score quick, as y'all saw. But we were fortunate to turn them over. That was the key. And we stopped them a few times. We got enough stops in the plus territory, especially in that first half. That was huge for us. So I'm just really proud of our team for that. But that's a good football team. That's a really, really good football team. And again, they got 1 loss to BYU, who's a really good team, and that was before they made the quarterback change. That's that kid's first loss, and it came on I don't even know, what was it, 56, 8? What was it? 56-yard kick with, no time on the clock. that's a team that's come from behind. They've won every kind of way, and that's what playoff teams do. So no way should they be punished. You know, they were every bit of the 8th team in the country tonight, every bit of it. And, you know, we made a couple more plays than they did.
Grace Rayner with The Athletic. Cade touched on it a little bit, but can you just walk us through the emotional swing of these last 7 days, and now that y'all are playoff bound, just how you feel like you stack up? Yeah,
I mean, amazing. Just, again, obviously very disappointing last week, a game that you lead the entire game to 1 minute and 8 seconds. And then you go right down the field and you're in position to win it, or at least send it to overtime. And we have a mistake right there, and you know, you felt like you let one get away, and and then it's a rivalry game and all that stuff. So it's just a really, really tough time, and you think that you're probably out of it because we felt like that with a win, we kind of we had a chance, a real shot to be in this thing, and then 3 hours later or whatever. I mean, I walked into the press conference last week. It was 21-0 Miami. And then I quit. Well, I didn't even watch it. I didn't even turn it back on until it was 35-28. I couldn't believe it. And so you go from that emotion, then all of a sudden that game is over, and you know all the players are texting me. You could just feel the energy through the messaging on my phone of like how excited they were. Like, we got this opportunity. And then, so it was a fun week of preparation, first of all, to practice in this past week when you know nobody else is. I mean, it was a lot of fun to prepare for this team and for this game. And then you could just feel it, like, it's just different.